Okay, you guys. So I've been meaning to come and say this, and I'm sorry it's dark. I'm in my car driving home from work. But I had to come in and let you guys know that I accomplished something that I have been talking to you guys about for years now. Now, let me make a confession. So my confession is that all of this stuff I've been talking to you guys about, even though I wholeheartedly believe in all the things that I have said in reference to this journey and love and life and normalcy and coming to a conclusion about what you've been through and like making it something that you can accept and be proud of. I'm so sorry you can't see me. But anyways, I have struggled with that tremendously. And it has baffled me at times how I can be such help to someone else and sometimes feel so worthless within myself. So I'm gonna share a little bit of facts with you guys because I try to be transparent. I think that's the reason why a lot of people like my channel is because I am transparent. I don't have all the followers, I don't have all the views, but I have awesome followers, and I'm appreciative of the people who come and look at my page and are able to gain some insight from it. Because that was my whole purpose of doing this. No matter how uncomfortable I felt in my own skin, I still wanted to do something to make somebody else feel a little better about the choice or decision that they were pondering or thinking about making. So at any rate, this is just difficult. But anyways, since 2009, right, I've been on and off with a person who was very domestically violent to me. And it's been a situation that exacerbated my concerns about having dentures. I didn't feel beautiful. They would make comments that just made me feel very worthless. And so at the end of the day, I left from that. I'm away from that. You guys had caught me a couple times in between that, just back and forth, just not really being strong enough to leave and feeling weak because I couldn't just make that decision 100%. But at any rate, I left, I'm gone. Me and my boys are safe. Everything is good. And so it's been over a year now, that I've been away and, this and that. So I finally got a boyfriend. Now listen, you guys, this is so big, right? So I've always thought in my head how, I would tell somebody or whatever. And I have went through those moments when I broke my dentures. I had to tell people, right? So, people stopped talking to me, like whatever, but eventually, because I feel like I'm a pretty awesome person for the most part, that people would genuinely just come back and want to converse and that it was okay. But let me tell you what's funny. So when I first met this guy, I was like, you know what? I'm going to tell him. I'm going to get it out the way. If he hates me, if he doesn't like it, like at least I know and I ain't got to worry about it. So I was driving home from Chicago. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I remember telling him, and I told him really fast, and it was like dead silence. So I'm like freaking the heck out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like he heard me. He don't want to talk to me no more. He's not going to say nothing. But he was asleep. He was asleep because it was 3 a.m. And that's cool. So when he woke back up, I told him and he was like, it's cool. But sometimes I feel like saying the word dentures for me was just a stigma. Like they have schizophrenia or something. Like it felt so labely that I could hardly utter the word. Right. So I was like, okay. I told him, he said it was cool, but I still didn't let him see it. I still didn't act like it. Like it's just been a thing. So now we're months down the line. Okay. And I was like, okay, shoot. Cause there are definitely days where I'm like, I don't want these in. I don't want them in. They irritate me. I just would like to be without them. And I think I'm about to start doing some research on the correlation between loosely fitting dentures and migraines. I swear I have something there. But either way, there's been days where I'm like, I don't want them in, but I wasn't ready to like show him that part of me. And so one day, and this is just so funny. So one day I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. Because there was one day I didn't have them in. My kids have seen me like that. This is so unsafe, but I'm close to my house. But anyway, my kids have seen me like that. So I was like, I'm like, oh, he hasn't seen me like this, and they were like, well, put your teeth back in, and it was just something, and I went on. But one day I was like, you know what? I went and got in the tub. I had took them out because it was just really bothering me that day. And I called him into the bathroom and I'm like, okay, so, and I'm like behind the curtain, right? And you know, I was like, I want you to see me like this. I want you to see me this way. And it was something where I was like sweating bullets, I swear, in the tub. So he seen me, and he be acting funny because he wanted me to talk. He wanted me to talk. I swear to God, he wanted me to talk, which is just the other part of that. It's not so much now that you see me and what the structure of my face looks like minus dentures, but you want me to talk too? Okay. So anyway, we had a slight discussion. Obviously, it was just something, and he was like, so are you done? I was like, yeah. He was like, so this is it? Like, this why you called me in here? I was like, yeah. So then he was like, I told you I don't care about that. Like, I love you, blah, blah, blah. So it was cool. And so that day, it still was nerve-wracking, but I did it. And so that was like day one. So then after that, you know, I'm just kind of dealing with that. Like, okay, I let him see it. He didn't react weird. It wasn't odd. Okay. So, you know, I did it again, and now I feel like I can do it and nothing changes. And you know, I always got the tea. Like, I always try to be honest. I really, really, really want to pat myself on the back. And this is so TMI because it's unnecessary, but I need to share this. So from 2016 until now, and I know we talked about fellatio, and I'm using the proper term, you know, you might got your little kids around. But anyway, I talked about that. Listen, I refused. So even with the husband that I had, you know, that's what I did because, you know, he was there when I first got him done. And so even though he made me feel really weird about him, at least he's seen that from start to finish. He's seen the before, he's seen the during and the after. Well, I thought I was never ever going to do that again because, you know, how can you be comfortable with that? Let me tell you something. That is a secret weapon. That is a secret damn weapon. Men and women. I don't know about the men's side because I ain't had that. But that is a secret weapon. I just need you to know that. And I don't feel weird, and it's not something that even feels weird to talk about right now. Like, I'm more excited now than anxiety filled. And it's something that's taken me quite some time. Like, I'm even getting emo right now just thinking about it. Like, I have come such a long way. And what's weird is that I feel like I just tried to put my light out there to help somebody else. But at the end of the day, you guys were really helping me and you didn't even know it. You know, just helping me stay strong and make sure that I could stay on this journey. So it's been a while since I made a video, you know, because I was like, Lord, I don't know what kind of content I want to keep bringing. Like, you know, I'm always open to be reached out to and to share just what my journey has been like. And you know what? Let me tell you guys something. So I talked to my boyfriend about it. And this is really funny. He told me, he said, I knew you had dentures. And you know what? I thought about that. Like, there's no way in life that you can fellatio somebody and they don't realize that the roof of your mouth is smooth. If you realize what the roof of your mouth was like before it got covered, it's ridgy, right? So, dead giveaway. Sorry if I messed that up for y'all. So, I would almost guarantee that anybody that you're with, if you do that to them, or if they kiss you or whatever, if they pay attention to you, even though they look real, they should be able to tell that something's different and maybe are just waiting for you to bring it out. I think that was more so the situation that I was in. Like, he kind of already knew, but it wasn't something he needed for me to say something about. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to share that. And I still want to say there's a couple of people that hit me up. They just had their E-Days. Congratulations. You look amazing. Keep reaching out if you need to, but I'm telling you, this is still the best decision I've ever made. I do still feel very confident. It's just certain times I second guess the normalcy of being 35 and having dentures, but I thank God for the capability to do it and being willing to go through with it and how things have been. It's been a growth experience. So Please hit me up if you want to, Racina Russell on Facebook. You can hit up my Ymail, racina.denson@ymail. If you check in my earlier videos, it'll be there, but I can also link it in too. But I just wanted to give you guys that update. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, any feedback, just let me know. You guys have a good night.